Last time we heard Mr. Heavy Chevy say... Fat boy. You know what the problem is? This car was pretty dang near perfect. But that was like 12 years ago or something like that. Now it's starting to show its age a little bit. But it's not getting a paint job right away. You know, I'm nearing the... I gotta wait a long time to work yet, but I'm sort of nearing the end of my working career. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get time to paint this girl before that happens, before I retire, or maybe I will, I don't know. But right now, I'm going to put a 5-speed in it, because I bought one. And like Rod Bob says, because I can, and I want to. So, I'm going to. We always have an October trip coming up. I don't know if that 57 be ready for it. Should be, but I got this added Fix Mama's Car project, but... We might take this one. I can't. What did I take last time? Oh, I took my Trans Am, I think. My black one. I don't think this is gone for a couple of years. But anyway, here I am rambling. I should be doing other stuff. Alright, here's what I think about this F60 Igloo deal. You know, sometimes they overly complicate things. You know, when you're using a computer, you double click. Well, you got to double click. You know, maybe some old folks just like to push the button, turn it on. I struggled with this thing. You might have seen in trying to start the welder one time. I couldn't get this thing to work good enough for me to start anything with a dead battery that was carbureted. It probably would have worked one time on a fuel-injected vehicle. But I couldn't get it to. It wouldn't reset. I couldn't. I just went and got my other one. Now this one's a lot larger, and you can see, you heard it with these clamps. It spun that 400 Pontiac over no problem. And primed the carburetor and it fired up. So that's what you need. But there's no safety here, so those are small cables. You can smoke them pretty easy. So you got to use some sense doing that. So if you order this, I would recommend getting these clamps. Obviously, if the flashlight works, and it would charge your phone probably several times. Oh, it's pretty. These things are super handy, but I struggled with this one. So I'll leave a link in the description. Best way I know how. And go get you one if you think you need to. But these small things are super handy. I've got several of them. I don't think I'll review anymore just because they want a video right away. I'm a super busy guy. And you got to have a dead battery to try it, you know. Of course, that's not too hard around here with the fleet I got. Mrs. Heavy Chevy finally came home. She's out ramming the roads, probably stopping at yard sales, no, Goodwill, Walmart, Dollar General, the little shops. Did you stop at the gas station and get your little glass jar of chocolate milk? Anyway, while she was gone, I made a review video. Moved the 57 out. Got this thing in here. And she's going to help me pump up the left front tire. How many pounds of air goes in the front tire?
32 and 28.
She didn't know that earlier, though. I had to tell her.
Not on this one. I know that on mine.
Okay.
They're not all the same. So.
Alright, she's not going to let me harass her that good this morning. I'm going to have to...
No, I'm not.
I'm going to have to work on it. You know what we're fixing to do to this one?
Put a... Oh, shoot.
New hinker nickel bearing.
No.
We got a full set of piston return springs we're putting in this old girl. Right?
No.
We're gonna bore it out to a 530 Hemi like my uncle used to have. Put a 3/4 cam in it.
Did you already put it in the other side?
Yeah, I already done the rest.
Okay.
No, we're gonna put a 5-speed in it, but we're not gonna put it in today because I gotta get the flywheel turned, and the Napa store down the road does that. So the goal today is pull this transmission out, drive shaft transmission, bell housing, get the clutch off it that I just put in this spring for the Easter drag racing. Save that stuff because you know you never know what you might need someday. And take the flywheel off, get it turned. Then maybe in the next weekend or something like that, we'll put the flywheel in, put the transmission in. Then you got to measure for the drive shaft, call the people, and they'll send it.
You trying to trick me?
No. You need to throw that thing away, probably.
No. It's fine.
And as soon as we get the transmission out, we're going to pull her car in. She's so excited. She's going to help get the broken glass out of the back.
I want my car back, and I don't want the cat making a cat house out of it.
You know, lead isn't good for cats' diets. You know, I do get some new subscribers. I think I'm up close to 35,000.
I need to do some repairs on it, apparently.
What the heck?
That's not cool.
You know, that's not correct shop wear or footwear for the shop.
No, neither is yours.
I'm not looking at mine.
No.
People are going to point it out. Safety police are going to say you should never allow your wife to have shoes like that on in the shop. Something could fall on her toe. What say you?
I do what I want to do, I guess.
Oh, you used to be able to do that in the USA, but it's a challenge now. You just can't go around doing what you want to do. You got to get permission for them as who knows better than you do. Yeah, you got to see if that man with a geeky bow tie downtown will let you build something on your own land. Or if you put the plumbing in right. All right, I'm going to quit griping.
That'd be good.
I'm looking under this car here. It's got the original 10 bolt in it. Posi, 343 gear. I put them traction bars on it, but I think I'm going to take them off because it makes it ride like crap. But it does make it hook at the drag strip, so that's good. It's got thrush mufflers on it. I noticed here lately it's been rattling against the floorboard for some reason. Maybe because it's gotten a little tight. Maybe somebody drove over something. I don't know, because I'm the only one who drives it.
And you're dang near perfect.
You got that right. I wonder what that white crap is right there. Oh, look. Somebody did scuff it somewhere. Anyway, it has a 4-speed in it right now. It has a Saginaw.
Figured it out.
I have a couple Muncies and a T10, but I never did put them in. And now I got a 5-speed. And I got a buddy who has one of them Lakewood scatter shields. He said he don't got no plans for it, so I may purchase that from him. But this is still a really nice car.
Oh.
If I needed to... Look how happy she is. She found out how to get the drawer out. What's in
Here's
there?
my granddad's other 57s. Well, that one's the
other.
That's a fuzzy picture. That's a 56
This
there,
is
darling.
this. I'm talking about that one.
That's a 56 too.
Yeah.
That's a 56 also.
Yep.
And that's a piece of cardboard.
Yep.
He had a 56? I don't remember that.
Sold it. He would buy them and restore them and sell them. Probably said he had to pay for his trips, but he really didn't have to. Well, let's see what this is.
Listen, I'm trying to make a Firebird video.
Brand new.
Ooh, some fancy pens. Made in China.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's in the plastic thing?
Just a little piece of rubber we could use for something.
Save it for something someday?
Yeah, because we'll need it. It's got an adhesive back.
Listen, I don't believe in that. I think you need to throw everything away you're not going to use immediately.
Oh, really? It shows.
Don't it? Yeah, they do.
Shield for...
Alright, I'm trying to make a Firebird video over here and you keep distracting me.
I was just excited I figured out how to get the drawer open.
There's a little spot. It's marked its territory already. I don't know if that's a rear main or the transmission. The transmission's pretty weepy. Pretty weepy.
That man had pictures everywhere.
Pretty weepy.
My granddad's shop no longer exists.
I'm going to, if I can ever do it, I'm going to tell my future plans. After I get the 5-speed in it. After I get the 5-speed in it, I have some aluminum heads for this engine. But I also have another 400 down in the basement. You know, this one's getting kind of weepy and leaky. And, you know.
This shop right here.
She just ain't going to let me do it.
Looked so much bigger when I was younger.
That's because you were so much smaller. Yeah, in stature. My light is getting dim. What the heck? She's got me all discombobulated. Let me gather my thoughts. I think this car has been done about 12 years. Something like that. You can see the paint ain't perfect no more. I don't know why it's kind of bubbling like that. But it is. Anyway, I think I was saying I got another 400 in the basement. It'd be pretty cool to build a stroker. But I don't know if it's really necessary. But I never balanced this engine. And it's always not been quite right, in my opinion. But I've drove it a lot. I don't know how many miles, but probably 20,000-ish. Or more. I've drove it all over the place. Several fall mountain trips. It's been to New York State a couple times. Georgia. All over the place. Anyway, the engine runs good. It just seems like it's not quite as smooth as it ought to be, but it's got some horsepower. It's down a little on the horsepower, though. It would get rubber all the way through third gear, and it won't do that now. Of course, a tune-up might be in order. Alright, I'm going to quit sitting here and yakking, and I'm going to go ahead and pull a drive shaft, and should be able to have this engine out in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. What'd you do? Yeah, don't take the U-bolts loose, silly. Silly?
Is that good enough?
I'll check it. Just get the traction bar.
There's just those front ones. I get it. What's a hee-haw?
I don't know.
Why are they all different sizes and why is this leaking?
It might have rained in it while I was sitting in the back of the truck. That'd be dumb, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't sound good. Whoa. You need a different size socket there, girl.
Well, it seems like they're not equal from either side then.
Well, that could be. It's just old used crap.
What's that? Did you hear it?
I did. Well, that came out easier than I thought.
What was that?
I just pulled the transmission out.
Dang. I thought something tragic happened.
No. What happened there? You stubbed your toe?
Yeah, it's my own fault. I put it there.
What did I tell you about the shop? The footwear for the shop. All the safety police are right. You know, I'm wearing the correct footwear.
You got steel-toed and all that?
Yep. Alright, here's the Saginaw, which by the way, I think I paid $35 for from Pull Apart some years ago. Came out of an Astro van, 4-cylinder. I had to change the input shaft to get it to fit a clutch of appropriate size. But other than that, I've been running it how it came. You know, it was behind a 2.5 4-cylinder, so it wasn't hurt none. I put a Mr. Gasket shifter on it. Although I notice they come with a Hirsch shifter on them in those vans, or at least the one I built this one out of had one. It's kind of an ugly thing, but hey, ugly's alright. Alright, you saw I wasn't quite prepared for how easily it slipped out, so I kind of dropped it, but that's okay. It's okay. Alright, now I'm going to pull the bell housing off. Alright, got the flywheel off. Looks like it might have a leaky valve cover gasket. Look at that, I can read Taiwan on the starter. Little rod there, ain't that nice? Don't look like the rear main's leaking. Or might be seeping just a little bit, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take the flywheel down and get it turned. And go from there. Here's the flywheel. I cleaned it up when I changed that clutch this spring with a little Ziz wheel, but it could use turned. It's got some little high spots in it, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna see if my buddy can hook me up with that Lakewood scatter shield, I guess they call it. And I think we got to get out the dial indicator and make sure it's centered correctly and all that. Might have to order something for that. I don't know. But you know how these things go. It's always harder than you think. But I think now I'm ready to clean up my mess, drop this car, and get it out. Here out there, she's running the pressure washer. All right, transmission's out. Traction bars are off. I've done all I can do till I get the flywheel and the Lakewood bell housing. It'd be kind of neat to do a wheel upgrade, wouldn't it? I really like them aluminum slots, but maybe a bigger diameter. I don't know. Comment in the comment section, after you hit the like button, and let me know what y'all think. To be continued. Oh, let me show you inside if y'all ain't never seen it. I've driven it so much the seat's starting to get a little raggedy, and the dash has got a crack in it now. But it's still pretty good. It's pretty good. People ask me, when are you going to put the big bird on the hood? Never. That's when.
I look a hot mess.
What?
I look a hot mess. This pressure wash.
Alright, you want to go out, over, and nose it up right there. The hardest part is going to be getting it over this little hump right here. You ready?
Yeah.
Go again. 1, 2, 3. Again.
Wait a minute. Let me get somewhere else. I'm gonna lay it up here for a minute.
Oh, I almost busted my hind end on that rag. Ready?
1, 2, 3. I only put 5 times or something like that.
Oh, I didn't try again.
Success.
Now you can bring the other one up.
The Honda?
No.
Mercedes?
Yeah. Good. That's good. That's faster, man. All right, this is gonna be at least the start of the put the mama's car back together videos. You can see the hood there. It's got about 8 dents in it. There. In the middle, a couple. Here. There. Right here. That one's pretty bad. That one's chipped the paint. And that's an aluminum hood. I got some paintless dent removal stuff. You know, just some cheap Amazon stuff. I don't know, I'm going to give it a shot on some of it. We'll see how it goes. The roof. Pretty good here and there. This piece right here is all banged up. Need to replace it. She's pretty messed up right there. I think that's just a stud gun. That's the only way you can do that. Then I got to get the glass out. You can see it's pretty banged up. Did not dent the trunk though, although it smashed the spoiler. Well, come on, focus. There we go. So this side's pretty good. It's got a dent right there. Pretty good one right there. Anyway, I'm gonna see what I can do with it. First order of business though is to get this broken glass out. The funny thing is the trunk lid seals on a rubber seal that goes on the back glass. And what I did was I bought a parts car. It's a 1 year older. So what I did was I bought a parts car. It's 1 year older. It's an E350. It's really not bad. It's smashed in the front. But it's got all the parts I need. It's got more parts than I need, really. It'll come out about the same what I paid for that car and buying the parts outright. But you know me. I can't just do that. I gotta have a bigger project. I gotta take the parts off the other car, and then I gotta fix them probably before I put them on this car, and then I gotta sell parts off that car and call myself breaking even. And I'll probably be 2 years into the project, and who knows what. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this thing straightened out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm running out of arm. Well, that wasn't good.
Not your arm. Would you look at this, would you? You gonna do any work or not?
I was looking things over.
It looked like it.
Take this back dash out.
How do you look things over with your eyes closed?
I was resting.
Resting.
You know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back out of here, okay?
You look like you're pretty comfortable.
It's a quite large trunk.
Yep.
Bigger than a Firebird, that's for sure. You know, if you go to Mrs. Heavy Chevy's channel, she has a channel. And you'll see a video of me in the trunk of my Firebird whenever I was restoring it a long time ago. I was a little skinnier then. Not much, but a little. What's the name of your channel?
Mrs. Heavy Chevy.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Heavy Chevy.
Just add the extra S.
Yeah, just do that. Add the extra one. You know, it's not monetized or nothing, so we don't care if you hit the like button or anything like that on that channel. So go to that channel, don't comment, don't hit the like button, okay? Mrs. Heavy Chevy. Don't do it. So I got half the interior part back there. Every time I take something out, I just find something more wet and more glass. So I think I'm going to take that side out, and I got to go watch some videos if I can find it to figure out how to get this apart. I don't know. I just don't know. Be better anyways. Get it all apart. Everything dried out and cleaned out. You know. These Mercedes are put together pretty well. The trouble is, once you figure out the secret, it's easy. But it takes a minute to figure the secret out. Like, for example, on this back seat right here, there is a latch up under there, and you have to stick a screwdriver up in a hole and flick the lever to get the seat to unlatch. It's ingenious, but if you don't know it's there, it'd be a minute figuring that one out. Alright, I think that's all you're getting out of me today. I'm tired, and I'm gonna be hungry. I'm not hungry yet. That's kind of a busy day. Maybe we'll come back and do something. Maybe not. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hitting the like button. You know, it takes a little effort, but I appreciate it when you do it. It does help a little bit. What I make off the YouTube pays for my internet bill. So, that's good, right?